Mike. What I would like to do is take a moment to introduce the board of directors. Without their guidance and leadership, our organization wouldn't be where it is today. So as I call your name, if you are here, please stand. You met Mike. Jim Hoynes is our vice chair. I know he is not here. Brian Cranberry is our past chair. Brian is president and CEO of Tri-County Electric and CEO of Hawkeye Electric. Mike Jones is not here. He is our treasurer and city administrator of Blooming Prairie. Sherry Kramer is out on medical leave. She is our secretary. She's the retired CAO of Mayo Clinic Health Systems in Lake City. Bill Rowley is here, senior vice president of Security State Bank. Wayne Lee is here, development director of the Southeast Minnesota SBA 504 Corporation. Richard Bodensteiner is here, partner at Automated Equipment LLC in Red Wing. Gary Gooder is here, president of Bloom Line, Cresco, Iowa. Gary Anderson is here, president of Anderson Rural Network with their world headquarters in Frost, Minnesota. Elaine Gary is not here. She's president and CEO of Peoples Energy. She is dealing with power outages. And David Rui is here, senior vice president, regional senior lender at Merchants Bank. If we could give these people a round of applause. As you can tell, we have a very diversified board of directors. They serve at the pleasure of the board, and they receive no compensation, no per diems or anything. So their time is what they wish to put into it. I would also like to take a moment to introduce our team. We have a very dedicated group of individuals that make up our team. And as I call your name, if you please stand to be acknowledged. Michelle Reeves, Joyce Iverson, Sherry Hines, Chris Gassner, Kathy Enerson, Aaron Sparks, Chris Eason, Anna Schmoss, Steph Slipka, Jason Passmore, Andrew Larvis, Beth Carlson, Jennifer Engel, and we have two new gentlemen that have joined us. Brian Minke joined us last November, and Rick Howden joined us last month. I can't begin to tell you how appreciative I am to each and every one of you team members. Again, without you doing the work that is done in these communities, we sure wouldn't be where we are. Through the efforts of the board, the team members, our contracts, our investors, and a great number of people and organizations, I think we have had a successful 2012 once again. We did show a slight loss in our financials. We have a budget of just over $900,000. We showed a loss before depreciation of about $7,200. Our board and team has taken the position that we do not base our successes on our bottom line. We are a nonprofit organization that bases our success on the listings of different projects we see in our annual report. And we'll continue to base that position for success for each year. As you remember, we are a nonprofit agency. We are unique in the fact that only 2.2% of our budget comes from fundraising. We have zero reliance upon any state agency, the state of Minnesota, state of Iowa, or any nonprofit organization to fund us. 97.8% of our budget comes from the services and the contracts that we provide. If we don't do good work, we're out the door, and we should be. In all of our contracts, we have a 30-day out. I think that is another very unique thing for an organization such as ours. When a city or a county commits to doing work with CEDA, there is not a long-term commitment in place. There's a process that starts. They get to try us out, and if they like us, they keep us. If they don't, we're out the door. As you've seen from our annual report, there are many successes in the communities and counties that we serve. I'm not going to go through each community or each county project by project. You can do that on your own time. I do want to acknowledge the communities and counties that we have contractual relationships with. If there is anybody from these communities who wishes to say a few words, I most welcome that. Alphabetically, I believe these are Blooming Prairie, Chatfield, Dodge County, Elgin, Eoda, Fillmore County, Goodby County, Grand Meadow, Harmony, Howard County Business and Tourism, Lake City, Leroy, Lewiston Administrative, Lewiston EDA, Mabel, Preston, Rushford Village, St. Charles, Spring Valley, Stewartville, and West Concord. As you can tell, we have quite a group of communities and counties put together. I do want to mention one thing that happened in one of our communities, and that is in Howard County. My wife Sue is here with, wave your hand, Sue. And I were able to attend the Howard County Business and Tourism Banquet last Thursday night. And I just want to say kudos to our staff there, Anna, Spiff, and Jason, and to Gary and the rest of the people in Howard County. It was quite an event. They ended up with over 200 people in attendance. They had both the governor of Iowa and the lieutenant governor of Iowa in attendance. They got both the governor and the lieutenant governor to speak. They didn't talk too long, which was a good thing. But the governor's speech culminated with him signing a piece of legislation into law. And it was quite an event. And not very often do you see a governor and lieutenant governor together. Not very often do you ever see them speaking at the same event. So great job to everybody down in Howard County. We have recently signed a contract to return to Houston County as a staff of the Houston County EDA. We do have one of the Houston County Commissioners with us today. I think this is a prime example of how relationships are established. We are not an organization that is ever going to burn bridges. We are not an organization that is ever going to leave a community in the lurch if the contract relationship ends. We are an organization that tries to create opportunities and options, and I think this is a prime example and a very unique example of us going back into Houston County. We appreciate your efforts and the ability for Houston County to have confidence in our organization. I also want to take a moment to thank our investors. Without your confidence in our organization, there is no way we could function as effectively and efficiently as we do today. I would like to ask if there are representatives of these organizations in attendance to please stand, be acknowledged, and offer a few words if you're so inclined. Start out with A-Star. John Munson is here.
I'm going to start here. I actually do have a check for you, too. You want me to do it now or later?
That's fine. We can do it later.
Okay, sounds good.
Ace Communications, Todd Reese for West Street, I don't know if he made it. Alliant Energy, Rebecca Giesel is here. Thanks for coming. Alberta State Bank. I don't know if James Bank or not. Illumine, Gary Gooder.
Yeah, we did that real highlight with the governor, the lieutenant governor told me it was an unbelievable event, and our staff did a fabulous job of entertaining them and entertaining everybody in the crowd. I mean, I'm still speechless over it. It was quite the event for Crescent. It was fabulous, and we are very happy. We're in our third year now with CEDA, and I think our organization is running very, very smooth. We're very pleased with the way things are in Crescent and how we're going right now.
And to get Gary speechless doesn't happen very often. Adam Grohr and Mark Beeler are here from Ayers and Ayers. David Brown, Associates, I don't believe Mike Trevani's here. Eastwood Bank, Paul, Bill, and Kim are here.
Just wanted to say that we're pleased to be a partner with CEDA. Their mission of serving individuals, businesses, and community, counties and cities in southeast Minnesota certainly align very well with Eastwood Bank. All of our locations are in southeast Minnesota, and we think this is a great place to do business. And part of it is what you see in this pamphlet. All of the things that have done by CEDA, as well as a lot of other good organizations. Thank you.
Thank you. Tyson State Bank. Captain Community Bank in Preston, Chatfield. Dan Christensen and Mary Schwartz. That's over here.
I'm with Paul. The communities we serve that see this involved in as well. We sure appreciate that. One thing I really like about Ron is he likes to call me for playing golf. So, those of you who don't know Ron, gets in lots of rounds during the year.
First up, Johnny Mango's Cabaret, Catering, Mayo Clinic Health Systems, Lake City, Merchants Bank, Dave Brewing.
Great job.
Thanks. Mississippi Welder Supply, Brad Peterson.
Happy to be here. Started my relationship way back in the old SDMDC days when I was on the board at Southern Minnesota Initiative Foundation. I see a lot of old friends here. Glad to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. People's Energy Cooperative, Elaine Gary is dealing with power outages. River State Bank in Chatfield, Charles Johnson, I think is here. Rushford State Bank in Rushford. State Bank Financial, La Crescent Lacrosse, Wayne Oliver, and Colin Kelly.
Yeah, just thank you for being, allowing us to be part of the organization. We look forward to it. Joyce Iverson, I don't know if you remember, we crossed paths from the floods years ago, when she was working on Houston County, and I always admired what Joyce did down there, kind of followed her around, to be honest with you. Got to meet you, Ron, and we're looking forward to working with you all.
Good, thank you. Tri-County Electric, Brian Craig.
I, first of all, want to congratulate Ron and the staff. You guys do an excellent job. And I know from Tri-County's standpoint, we've been an investor for well over 20 years. And we look at it as an investment in our communities and our counties and see great things happening. And again, just want to commend you for a great job. And it's a pleasure to be associated with you.
Walter and Rock, Mark Rock and Kathy Lynn.
I've been on the board for quite a few years. I haven't been now for a couple, but I was just commenting to Brian, it was just great to see the growth that continues here, the number of new employees and the communities, so congratulations.
Thank you. Excel Energy, Pam Gorman, James Hankey, we're going to be here, but.
I am here.
Oh, Pam is here,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
I'll just say hi. We had 68,000 customers over the last 2 days, still 6,000 trying to get back, so I am going to have to apologize and leave early, but thank you for having me.
You bet, thanks for coming. To all you investors, thank you for your support. Again, if it weren't for you, there's no way that we could be as effective and efficient as we are. For those of you that aren't investors, there's always room, so feel free to invest.